I cannot say that a single supercar could be called non-exotic, since their numbers are so minuscule compared to the mass-produced models. In this video, however, I'll attempt to show you the newest and at the same time the rarest performance autos with limited production numbers, out-of-this-world speed parameters, and astronomical prices. Our research was thorough, so hopefully you'll be impressed. Subscribe to Automotive Territory and ring the bell not to miss the upcoming episodes. Enjoy the ride! Czinger 21C. Do you remember the world's first 3D printed supercar concept, named Divergent 3D Blade? It appears that it did not fade away into oblivion, but rather evolved into the Czinger 21C. Named after the founder Kevin Czinger, it was developed under the supervision of Koenigsegg's former technical director John Gunner and Mitsubishi's ex-designer Dave O'Connell. The design was inspired by the iconic SR-71 Blackbird spy plane, so the cabin mimics a jet seating position with the passenger behind the driver under a central canopy. This is a hybrid supercar brought to life by an in-house developed 2.9-liter twin-turbo V8 and a duo of electric motors on the front wheels. The combined system output is 1,233 horses, and since the weight is mere 2,685 pounds, the power-to-weight ratio equals 1:1. The Czinger 21C production will be limited to 80 units, and its major task is to prove the viability of company's 3D printing technology in car making. The Tommaso P72 GT. The Tommaso is an Italian car maker that has been producing prototypes and racing cars since 1959. After a long hiatus, it was acquired by Ideal Team Ventures in 2014, the same company that currently owns Apollo Automobili. The retro supercar P72 GT is the company's first limited edition creation after the change of ownership, and it commemorates its 60th anniversary. The newcomer is built on the same all-carbon chassis as Apollo Intensa Emozione, but gets a different powertrain instead of the previously rumored 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V12. Since the car's styling pays homage to the 1960s P70 that had a Ford engine tweaked by Carroll Shelby, the company decided to give it a modern Ford mill as well. The 5.0-liter Coyote V8 is supercharged by Roush and is mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox, netting over 700 horses and 608 pound-feet of torque. Koenigsegg Gemera. The release of Gemera gets a lot of firsts on the Koenigsegg resume. It is the world's first Grand Touring hypercar, the first plug-in hybrid for the company, and the first four-seater to have 0-60 acceleration of 1.9 seconds and the top speed of 249 miles per hour. The secret behind its astounding performance characteristics lies within the all-new powertrain, comprised of a so-called tiny friendly giant 2.0-liter twin-turbo 3-cylinder which runs on clean ethanol or methanol, and a trio of electric motors. 2 at each wheel on the rear axle and 1 on the engine's crankshaft. The combined power output of the system is beyond comprehensible 1,700 horsepower and 2,581 pound-feet of torque. The 15 kWh battery pack has 800-volt architecture to support ultra-fast charging and ensures 31 miles of electric and 625 miles of combined range. With a 300 units planned production, the Koenigsegg Gemera will not be that exclusive, but chances are that it has already been sold out. Apex AP0. The British Hong Kong startup Apex Motors already has one sports car in its stables, the open-top track-oriented AP1, but with this new concept, the company is entering the world of electric supercars. The AP0 is designed to utilize the full potential of an electric drivetrain, while also offering a racy, driver-oriented driving experience. Its large 90 kWh battery is floor-mounted, contributing to a low center of gravity for superior handling. The quantity and location of the electric motors are not disclosed at this time, though we do know that the AP0 is rear-wheel drive only. With 660 horses and 428 pound-feet of torque, the car claims 0-60 in 2.3 seconds and tops off at 190 mph. Plus, thanks to the carbon fiber top chassis with modular space frames and all carbon fiber bodywork, it is extremely lightweight, tipping the scales at 2,640 pounds. Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. There is no limit to perfection. This is probably what Bugatti thought and started developing yet another enhanced modification of their Chiron hypercar. The company's efforts resulted in the creation of the lightest ever Chiron called the Pure Sport. It gets a reworked sporty chassis and a more aerodynamic body with a 6 feet and 3 inches wide fixed rear spoiler. Thanks to the new titanium exhausts, lighter wheels and brake discs, the coupe loses 110 pounds. The 8-liter quad-turbo W16 nets the same 1500 horses, though its redline has been pushed up by 200 rpm to 6,900. This mill is now mated to a recalibrated 7-speed automatic that has 15% closer overall gear ratio, contributing to better power delivery and engine response. Though slower than the original, the Pure Sport is claimed to be the most driver-oriented version of the Chiron that is designed for high-speed cornering and intense performance. Hispano Suiza Carman Boulogne. Hispano Suiza materialized in 2019 as an attempt to revitalize the iconic brand in the form of a retro-style electric hypercar. This time, it drives in an even more exclusive variant that commemorates the victories of the Hispano Suiza H6 Coupe at the 1921 through 1923 Georges Boulot Cups, which took place in the French town Boulogne. The polarizing exterior of the car becomes even more striking, adding extra carbon fiber elements and wearing a black paint with copper accents. The powertrain adds nearly 100 extra horses, now outputting 1100 HP and improving 0-60 acceleration time to 2.6 seconds. The weight is reduced by additional 132 pounds due to the revised suspension, chassis and carbon roof. The Carman Boulogne can travel up to 249 miles on a charge and can serve as a perfect grand tourer with gorgeous carbon seats, wearing Alcantara and leather upholstery. Aries Design Projeto Uno. The Italian coach builder Aries Design specializes in exclusive modifications of modern automobiles and restoration of vintage builds. However, the company's new Legends Reborn series is something else entirely, as it reimagines anew the most iconic models of the 20th century. The first car of the series, Projeto Uno Panther, is a tribute to the 1970s De Tomaso Pantera that uses Lamborghini Huracan as a donor vehicle. It features a custom-built, full carbon fiber body, a handcrafted interior, 650 horsepower V10 engine, and a 7-speed DSG that channels power to all 4 wheels. The resulting speed parameters equal to over 200 mph top speed and 3.1 seconds 0-60, easily matching Lambo counterparts. Within the next 5 years, 60 to 70 Panthers will be produced, each one individualized and personalized to the extreme. Even more exotic supercars are waiting for you down the road, so make sure to review the entire lineup and mention in the comments section which model impressed you the most. Like this episode, and let's get back to it. Aspark Owl. 2 years after the concept's release, the Japanese startup Aspark emerges once again, tripling its performance specifications and improving on the already insane speed parameters. The latest setup is represented by 4 motors and a 64 kWh battery, yielding a total of 2012 horsepower and 1,475 pound-feet. The claimed 0-60 time is 1.69 seconds and the top speed is capped at 248 mph. Unless the competitors catch up, these figures will ensure the Aspark Owl the title of the world's most powerful and quickest production automobile. This car rides on a double wishbone suspension at each corner. The body is nearly entirely comprised of carbon fiber, and the stopping power comes from massive carbon ceramic discs with 10 and 4 piston calipers front and rear. Only 50 Owls will be produced by the Manifattura Automobili Torino in Italy, each priced at $3.2 million. Foligno CB7R. Foligno was founded back in 2014 in Montreal, Canada by the racing driver Antoine Basset. Their first creation was a track-biased CB7 sports car. Its initial success motivated the company to release a follow-up, street-oriented model CB7R, which keeps the front mid-mountain engine layout. This Foligno manages to achieve ideal 50-50 weight distribution, and since the entire body is built from carbon fiber and other composites, the scales barely tip at 2,500 pounds dry. The engine's menu lists GM-sourced 6.2 and 7-liter V8s with 525 and 700 horses respectively, but an even more powerful setup will be coming out after 2020. Furthermore, the buyers can opt for 6-speed manual or 6-speed sequential transmissions. The production run of the CB7R will be limited to just 10 models, each specified to the buyer's needs. If you want to imagine the extent of customization, well, there is an option to mold the driver's seat to suit the owner's body. Draco GTE. Like many young automakers that came before it, the Silicon Valley startup Draco is making big promises in regards to their first build, an all-electric four-seater called GTE. Claimed to deliver driving dynamics and cornering precision like no other car on the market, the model has been under development for more than 5 years and is slated for a limited production run of 25 units. The luxury Grand Tour is powered by an intricate system of 4 electric motors, each connected to its own wheel, and a large 90 kWh battery that has internal cooling architecture. The system makes 1,200 horses, implements precision all-wheel drive system, and can withstand challenging performance situations. Many of the car's components are sourced from the high-end manufacturers, including a 4-way adjustable all-in suspension, carbon ceramic Brembo brakes, and Michelin tires. Piëch Automotive Mark 0. Piëch Automotive is a young Swiss-German automobile manufacturer that is headed by Anton Piëch, the great-grandson of the founder of German automaking, Ferdinand Porsche. In 2019, the brand unveiled its first project, a fully electric supercar named Mark 0. The automobile has stunning Grand Tour styling, low stance, and large wheels, but we're much more interested in what is going on under the polished looks. A new generation battery sends power to 3 electric motors, 1 at the front axle and 2 at the rear, each delivering 204 horses. The company claims that this battery does not heat as much as others, can be cooled by air alone, and will be able to recharge to 80% in under 5 minutes. With this setup, the Mark 0 is expected to need just 3 seconds to sprint to 16 mph and conquer 311 miles on a full charge. Ostrow Daimler Bergmeister ADR 630. It has been 85 years since the Ostrow Daimler brand sank into oblivion in 1934, but now a group of enthusiasts led by Roland Stahl launched a new project aiming to revive the company and produce a modern interpretation of its legendary pre-war Bergmeister. From the outside, the ADR 630 resembles a seriously modified body of the SLS AMG, while its suspension and windshield are borrowed from the AMG GT. Under the hood, however, the car is all unique. It gets 3 electric motors that make 271 HP each and work together with a 3-liter inline-6 and a 55 kWh battery, generating a total of 1,188 horses and 1,180 pound-feet of torque. Were you impressed with the lineup, or did I miss some of the exotic supercars of 2020? Share your thoughts about the episode in the comments and mention your favorite models. If you still have time, then consider watching more videos on automotive territory by clicking the icons on the screen. Like, share, and as always, may the torque be with you!